Assalamualaikum, my name is Nursyahira binti Mohd Ali, matric number 279536. I will start the presentation with the explanation. Estate management among Muslims is a procedure that needs to be understood by all parties, especially the Muslim community itself. Many times we hear dispute due to inheritance problem leading to conflict over property, dispute that continue and require court settlement, family enmity, and even worse if it involves criminal cases such as thefts and murder. This problem occurs due to the lack of knowledge in managing in inheritance among the family of heirs involved. As a result, the inheritance had to be frozen by the authorities and caused the heirs who left behind have to live in a difficult situation because the property left behind could not be used in the best way for the survival for the next generation. In addition, inheritance disputes occur at all levels of society, where this inheritance dispute can also occur when the nature of greed comes to dominate. This will make someone negligent and prevent the rightful heirs from receiving their inheritance. Knowledge about the management of Islamic inheritance is important to ensure the survival of the heirs who are left behind to continue living harmoniously and to have sufficient economic support for the family. Next, the important points of the topic. The shallowness of Muslims in understanding Faraid and the tendency of our society to care about material things often causes arguments and disputes among families in the division of inheritance. When material things are used as a measure without being guided by the law that has been established by Allah SWT, it causes people to lose consideration and be willing to break the ties of kinship due to inheritance. Islam has established wisdom in the division of inheritance and arranged according to the priority of the heirs who are entitled to receive the inheritance of the deceased. The stipulation of each part will be able to remove the injustice in the divisions of property that can lead to arguments and divisions in the family. There is also a pillar of inheritance in Islam, which the first one is al-Muwarith, is a person who bequests his property whether he dies in hakiki, hukmi, or takdiri. Second, al-Warith is a person who will inherit the deceased's estate. The third one is al-Mawlud, is property of right left by the deceased, consisting of movable property and immovable property. Next, the issue around the topic. Dispute between heirs can occur at the beginning or middle of the estate management process. The cause of conflict between heirs may exist before death and legal when deaths occur. The heirs who are in conflict still do not want to improve their relationship. This conflict is likely to also exist after the deaths when there are heirs who are not satisfied with something. For example, there are heirs who deliberately want to confiscate or control the property of the deceased for their own benefit. If the property of the deceased does not yet have an administrator and no form of agreement has been reached, the disputing heirs can take the initiative to appoint a property administrator in the Civil High Court. Here, the Civil High Court will appoint Amanah Raya Berhad as property administrator by issuing a power of attorney. In general, Islam has stated that any problems, disputes, or objections that occur should be referred and looked back to the Quran and the Sunnah. Next is solution of the issue. Based on the issue above, a form of solution has been issued in Islam to deal with this problem, which is through the Takaruj approach. Takaruj in Faraid law is one form of peaceful division of inheritance based on consultation or reconciliation agreement between heirs. This approach involves the heirs withdrawing from receiving a share of the estate either in part or in whole by giving the share to other heirs either with or without consideration. This method is a solution reached among the heirs because it is based on the principles of appeasement and tolerance. Sometimes it happens in our society today, heirs withdraw from receiving the inherited property and give the property to another heir. This kind of situation often happens between close family members such as mothers or fathers rejecting their share and handing it over to children or grandchildren. Such rejection or withdrawal is limited by the Sharia according to the concept of Takaruj. Islam recognizes such an alternative division because it is seen to meet the characteristic of justice in Islam and able to achieve the goal of dividing the real inheritance as long as it doesn't conflict with the Sharia. Besides that, Takaruj approach also helps facilitate the distribution of inheritance. It is very important to ensure that an estate case is resolved as quickly as possible. The heirs should cooperate and be tolerant in making action or decisions. This is because the dispute that exists will not only cause problems for the heirs but also affect the efficiency of the Amanah Raya Berhad as a property administrator. Any delay and slowness in the estate management process can lead to more difficult issues or problems among the heirs, such as the issue of layered debt. The last one is summary of the discussion. Muslims are required to manage and plan their inheritance during their lifetime through writing a will. In the will, we must appoint a trustworthy administrator to manage the administration of the estate, settle debt, share of charity, and distribute the estate to the rightful heirs. Besides that, it is necessary to study the knowledge of inheritance so that the heirs can understand their rights according to the Sharia, and this can prevent the heirs from quarreling or taking property that is not their right. The heirs need to cooperate and have a good understanding with each other, because arguments and disputes between the heirs of the deceased will complicate matters of settling the estate. Takarruj is also an alternative way of resolving the consensus among heirs and give the heirs the opportunity to choose the best solution. Therefore, estate planning in Islam made during life can not only simplify the administrative process that the heirs have to go through, but also can avoid conflict between the heirs who want the property of the deceased. Through complete and perfect estate planning, we can ensure that the property collected during life can be divided among our loved ones. That's all from me. Thank you.